Good evening, and thank you for always keeping a date with us on the program Transforming Agriculture in Nigeria, a program that keeps you up to date on happenings in the agricultural sector in Nigeria and the rich potentials of the country in the agricultural space. Food security is the #1 priority of the present administration, and attaining food security requires collaboration and partnership with different stakeholders that will turn the tide in the sector. Since the current ministers in the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security assumed office in August 2023, they have been engaging different stakeholders and putting in place different interventions and programs to ensure food security in the country. This episode of the program reviews some of these stakeholder collaborations and the impact they have on agriculture in Nigeria. But before then, we have news from the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. I am your host, Gabriel Ojile.
Every part of Nigeria has something to offer.
In the diary of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security tonight, Adan gives award to Agri Minister for his contribution in making agriculture a business. Also, Seedmark Technologies Nigeria Limited seeks collaboration with Agri Ministry to enhance efficiency. Details of these and other stories will come your way after this short break. Keep watching.
The Association of Dean of Agriculture in Nigerian Universities, ADAN, has honored the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, with an award for his contribution to the establishment of agri-incubation centers across Nigerian universities to enhance knowledge in making agriculture a business. ADAN gave this award during a courtesy call of the association to the ministry in Abuja.
We don't have any other home that understand our problem than Ministry of Agri.
Speaking during the visit, the President, Association of Deans of Agriculture in Nigerian Universities, Professor Olumuyiwa James Jayoba, appreciated the ministers for the support given to the Faculty of Agriculture across Nigerian universities for the development of agriculture as a profession. Jayoba sought for more interventions for the universities to contribute more to food security in Nigeria.
Sincerely, we wish also to add that Faculty of Agri, over hundreds of them, and with over 100,000 students, are ready to be part of the food security initiative in Nigeria. We don't mind to have hectares of land that we can cultivate in different value chain.
In his reaction, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, appreciated the association for their contributions in the agricultural sector and urged them to develop a concept that would promote a greater project to equip the Nigerian youth.
And it's so sad that this thing has been abandoned for quite a while. Well, it's an opportunity for us to take advantage of such areas.
We are not experts in any way in agriculture. We are experts in IT.
Seedmark Technologies Nigeria Limited, a company that provides and manages information technology, has approached the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, seeking for partnership to bring in IT innovations that would transform agriculture in Nigeria and ensure food security. The company proposed the collaboration during a meeting with the management of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security in Abuja. In their presentation during the meeting, the company explained that it seeks to provide a platform that would provide agricultural data, connect stakeholders, market linkage, precision farming, insight for farmers through extension services, pest and disease control, among others.
Nothing we can think about that cannot be translated to reality.
Responding to questions from officials of the ministry during the meeting, the Managing Director, Seedmark Technologies Nigeria Limited, Michael Olajide, stated that the platform would involve a lot of stakeholders and it holds a great advantage for the agricultural sector.
There is nothing we can think about that cannot be translated to reality. So if we we now know that pests are coming from outside of the geographical boundary that we are located. There are technologies that will tell us this is what is coming, this is what is happening in Niger, this is what is happening in Chad, this is what is happening in Benin, this is what is happening in Ghana, this is what is happening all around us. And it will forecast period such things will reach Nigeria and which part of Nigeria they will come to. So there are technologies that we can plug to that will give us information that we can analyze and be able to predict weather, we'll be able to predict climate change, you know, what kind of, when will the first rain even fall?
We need to work together, we don't need to work alone.
In his response, the Director of Planning and Policy Coordination, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, Ibrahim Tanimu, appreciated the interest and initiative of the company to bring in solutions to challenges in the agricultural sector. Tanimu further urged the IT experts to also assist the government in providing technologies that would guarantee the safety of farmers.
We are concerned with the insecurity challenge in the sector. We want you experts to help us identify where those threats are. Where are those bandits? Where are those kidnappers? Use this IT app for us to track them so that at once they can be reached out and be dealt with to allow their farmers to go. So some of these initiatives are the ones that we are expecting you to now bring up. So that even when the threat is approaching the farms or the communities, there will be an alarm for them to know. So it's not just about the middleman in the Lagos should be able to know that tomatoes is ready from Gombe. It's not just about that. The safety of the value chain must be guaranteed.
Oxfam in Nigeria, in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, has honored a woman farmer, Grace Okafor, with the award of Ogbonge Woman Food Hero of the Year 2024 for her contribution in agricultural production and other value chains activities. Grace Okafor emerged as the overall winner after a keenly contested exercise by 8 women farmers who were earlier selected from different states of the Federation for their impact in agriculture in their local communities and the nation as a whole. Grace was given 1.2 million naira as the overall winner, while the second position was given 800,000 naira and the third position was given 600,000 naira.
Women are not left behind.
Speaking during the occasion, the chairman of the occasion and deputy chairman, House of Representatives Committee on Environment, Honorable Tese Ugbo, stated that women are in the forefront of food production and he believes and support women farmers in his constituency and would collaborate with Oxfam to support more female farmers in Nigeria.
I'm happy that I was invited to see what is being done and to see how we can collaborate with Oxfam to support even more female and women farmers in our constituency in Benue State and in Nigeria as a whole. And I believe that through this type of engagements, ideas could be born that could lead to policy changes in our federal laws that help to support and empower women even more.
We encourage all stakeholders to join hands.
Also speaking during the event, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, Temitope Peter Fashedemi, who was represented by Assistant Director, Appointment and Promotion Edith Yellow Duku, appreciated Oxfam for the impact it has made in supporting women in agriculture. He further assured Nigerians of the ministry's commitment to supporting women farmers and organizations that support agriculture in Nigeria.
Committed to partnering with organizations like Oxfam to create an enabling environment for our women in agriculture. We are actively working on initiatives to improve access to land ownership, provide targeted financial support programs, and expand training opportunities that are targeted to your specific needs.
Also speaking, The country representative of Oxfam in Nigeria, Tony Igbon, stated that women in agriculture deserve to have a special day to be celebrated worldwide for the impact they are making in ensuring food security.
We need to make this a permanent day where we could be remembering all our women that are leading in agriculture and food production in the country. I'm looking at you, sir, because I know you can take this message further. We talked about this to be able to happen, it requires collaborative efforts. So we think about the different stakeholders that are here, and we can make this a reality and have a special day where women could be recognized.
The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security is charged with the mandate to develop agricultural policies and programs to ensure food and nutrition security. To actualize this, the ministry works with different stakeholders. In our next segment, Records of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, we are focusing on some of the collaborations and partnership engagements by the ministers and some of the impact these collaborations have made in the last 1 year. Stay with us.
For Nigeria to attain food security, the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security under the present ministers is set to overhaul the entire agricultural sector. This turnaround effort is focused on agricultural mechanization, input support to farmers, pest control, partnership and collaboration with stakeholders, review of education curriculum in agricultural institutions, research, policy guide, among others. The present ministers of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security have prioritized agricultural mechanization to increase yield of crops and land productivity, develop land for agricultural purposes, reduce drudgery, prevent post-harvest losses, enhance value addition, among others.
If mechanization is fully involved, you see that the level of our production will almost double. Because one, the yield will increase and more land will be put into cultivation. By the time you do that, you find out that there will be much more than what the country even needs, and will be in a position to even export to our neighboring countries. So imbibing mechanization will definitely save the country from food insecurity.
One of the actions taken by the present ministers within the past 11 months of their assumption of office was the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the federal government and John Deere and Tata Africa to assemble in-country and supply 10,000 tractors with implements and accessories at 2,000 units yearly, as well as 100 units of combined harvesters to support production. Speaking during the signing of the MOU, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, stated that the Nigeria agricultural sector has been under-mechanized, and the MOU with the tractor manufacturing company would make tractors available and affordable to farmers.
This is the first time we have gone this far, and I would like to also reiterate the commitment of Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, in making this arrangement this time around for it to work.
As part of the MOU with John Deere, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu also approved the outright purchase of 2,000 tractors for farmers this farming season. Aside the aforementioned support to farmers, the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security is also working with the Central Bank of Nigeria. In this regard, the CBN donated 2.15 million bags of fertilizer worth 100 billion naira to farmers through Agric Ministry.
This contribution from the Central Bank is aimed at amplifying food production capabilities and fostering price stabilization within the agricultural sector. My team and I reiterate our unwavering commitment to prioritizing price stability and instilling confidence in the Nigerian economy by upholding consumer price stability and ensuring a balanced foreign exchange market.
We want to express our profound appreciation on behalf of the Nigerian farmers to His Excellency the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and also to you, our dear brother, the Governor of Central Bank, and your team for giving us this wonderful, wonderful gift. And it will, I assure you that it will be judiciously used, and it will deliver it to the last mile, to the intended persons, to the intended farmers, where they can reap the benefits of this huge gesture.
Please make use of this.
The distribution of these fertilizers to farmers across the country is ongoing for this wet season in different states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. But farmers must ensure that they are registered in the list of farmers from their various states and the FCT to benefit.
So once the farmer is registered in the state, and the submission from the state governor, the list of farmers that is submitted from the state governor's office, if they are registered within the state, not minding the crops they are into farming, be it a rice farmer, wheat farmer, cassava farmer, maize farmer, cowpea farmer, any farmer, once it is captured in the state from the list that they submitted, definitely the farmer can benefit.
The ministry has also made great effort in pest control locally and also engaged international communities to control transboundary agricultural pests and diseases. Such pest control measures and engagements include the flag off of aerial spray against transboundary pests in Kebbi State, as well as the third Pest de Petites Ruminants Roadmap and Blueprint meeting for West African countries held in Abuja.
Despite our progress, the challenges still remain.
Speaking during the meeting, the Minister of State, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi, stated that Nigeria has invested hugely in vaccination campaigns by procuring 12,000 doses of vaccine against transboundary diseases, building of diagnostic centers, as well as capacity building for personnel and a target to vaccinate 75% of sheep and goats against the disease.
Despite our progress, the challenges still remain, and this includes the funding gaps, logistical hurdles in reaching remote areas, and the need for continuous training and capacity building for our veterinary workforce. To address these challenges, we will strengthen our partnership both regionally and internationally, and mobilize the necessary resources to support our concerted eradication efforts. Cross-border collaborations remain critical for us to make a meaningful progress and achieve desired results.
Okay, thank you.
On 11th November 2023, government functionaries visited the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for the Saudi Africa Summit, and that engagement is yielding positive results as the Saudi Minister of Agriculture, Environment and Water and other high-powered delegations have also visited Nigeria as a follow-up on investment opportunities discussed during the summit. The Minister of Agriculture and Food Security during the meeting informed the Saudi delegation of the vast opportunities in both crops and livestock in Nigeria.
Our approach of incorporating immediate, short, medium, and long-term timelines in our strategic work plan is rapidly developing the Nigerian agricultural sector. In this respect, our focus is to attain continuous cropping all year round, both in the dry and wet seasons, which are the two major climatic seasons in the country. Your Excellency and the esteemed member of your delegation, I should also stress that we are gradually infusing mechanization into agricultural production and listing known and reputable agricultural equipment manufacturers from across the globe.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I'm going to make it short and direct.
For the Minister of Agriculture, Environment and Water of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Engineer Abdulrahman Abdul Muhsin, the Kingdom would collaborate with Nigeria to prioritize production at a low cost and ensure value addition of what is produced for the benefit of both countries.
Food production, food availability and accessibility is becoming on the top of the agenda of all countries. And we do believe that Nigeria has some comparative advantages and a need, to invest wisely in the agriculture, food sector, whereby we will be targeting, the Nigerian market or exporting, to the nearby countries.
What can we achieve between now and end of December?
The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security is also working in collaboration with donor agencies to bring in innovation and more development programs in the Nigeria agricultural sector. One such engagement is a one-day roundtable meeting with Agriculture Sector Donor Working Group with a view to strengthening institutional capacities on commodity value chain through innovation. The donors and development partners include Food and Agriculture Organization, International Fund for Agricultural Development, USAID Feed the Future, International Food Policy Research Institute, among others.
The focus areas include development and delivery of innovative solutions to address post-harvest losses, capacity strengthening of departments and agencies, innovation, competitions, entrepreneurship, development and agro-allied activities, development and deployment of value chain innovation platforms at the research institutes and college under the supervision of the ministry.
I know that we when I arrived here and then we have a couple of discussions, we said, okay, first let's go step by step. First of all, let's do the agricultural mapping to say where we are working first. So this one we did it less than 2 months. We finalized all the agricultural mapping in the country. So if today, for example, you ask where the agricultural members are working, in 1 second we can give you the map to show where we are working. So that was the first step. The second step, when you turn that amount that you are ready, you say let's move for the second phase. Is go and meet the minister and discuss with the Federal Minister of Agriculture to tell them we are ready. This is where we are going. This is where action we are going. So the second step was to organize a meeting to have a donor roundtable.
Let me say that you are a very important, agency.
As part of efforts to revolutionize agriculture in Nigeria, the current ministers of Agriculture and Food Security are also pushing for a review of curriculum of agricultural colleges, universities of agriculture, and other institutions that have faculties of agriculture to make agriculture a business and more attractive right from the schools. This much was discussed during a courtesy visit to the Minister of State by the National Committee of Heads of Agricultural Colleges and Related Disciplines.
You are a very important, agency or set of agencies that can contribute to the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and I want you all to open your eyes and bring to bear your expertise and experience and knowledge to providing leadership and direction to what your various colleges are going to contribute. And at all times, please don't just be an, what do they call, oasis in the desert. Don't be an oasis in the desert. Support, do outreach that support your communities. That way your communities will have a sense of belonging. They will feel a sense of the governance.
The research people are also here.
Hello?
Well, there's so much to talk about, but time will not allow us to continue. Do keep a date with us, same time, same station next week for another package. I am Gabriel Ujile. Have a pleasant night rest and bye for now.